Hello YouTube, this is me, Stan from Stanley G Vlogs, and this is the vlog to Matthew Davis Media, aka Matthew Davis, also known as Matthew Davis. Um, okay, so basically that's an audio message to Matthew, not that much about Matthew, but basically I'll tell you what happened with me and Matthew, so you guys would know, and maybe you would comment under this video. Um, you know, to kind of let Matthew know basically, am I right or am I wrong? All right, so basically what happened. Um, Hold on one second, something. Oh, okay, never mind. Hold on one second. All right, good. He unblocked me. Anyways, but basically what happened is recently, we've been friends. Everything was fine, and I always support my friends. Like, I like to support my friends. I like to show them that I support them, that I watch their content, that I read their posts. And the way I do this is not sometimes replying to their comments, but to liking their content. Like, basically, if you go on the Facebook and you see the post, you read it, of course, or you watch it, and you like couldn't say, "Hey, cool stuff." Okay, hold on. All right. So basically, all right. So I'm back. He's trying to reply to me on Facebook. Um, and basically, I show them the sign of support. Like, I go on the Facebook and I like their comment. Like, I click a little like icon thing. And sometimes if you don't set it up right on your phone or on your tablet, it will send you a notification. Like one of those, one of those you probably saw when you unlock your phone, you see bunch of notification here. Um, and he's like, please give me time to cool down. I gave him like almost a month to cool down, but okay, um so it sends out notifications. So there is a way, and I already did it in my video. I had to delete it because it seemed like Matthew understood and we sorted things out. But here he goes again, and he blocks me and he hates on me and all that stuff. Like, if I said something negative to him, or if I if I hated his comment, or if I offended him in my comment, if I commented on the video. But basically, I was gonna show you how to do it on, let's say you have an iPhone. Android is pretty much the same thing. Developers are not stupid. They developed the way to manage that. If you don't want to get spammed with notifications on your phone, sometimes it's annoying. You look at your phone and you see a bunch of things. I understand that. So developers were nice enough to think it through, that it might annoy people. The sound of notification that it makes, a little ding, 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 especially if you study, or if you're in school, or if you're trying to record the video, or if you're trying to focus on your project, and notifications come up. Sometimes, yes, true, it's annoying. And developers were nice enough to develop an option in the settings to set it however you want to do it. So in the iPhone, if you go to settings, or if you click on settings in here, so you go to your settings, then you go to let me see, you just scroll down all the way on here and you find Facebook. In your settings, you find Facebook. You click on Facebook, and then you see the whole bunch of things here. One of which would be notifications. You see that right here, notifications. It said it right here. So if you click on notifications, you'll see a whole bunch of settings you could do, including changing the way you're notified about your about your the messages, right? Then you have a sound thing. You can uncheck the sound, so that way it will not ding when the sound when somebody sends you a message. You can choose your style of notification, or if not, you can disable them all, or you can disable them all in here. So in other words, there's a whole bunch of settings you could do on your device, allowing people to like your content. Okay, I will repeat this one more time, all right, so he can digest. Okay, so you allow people to like your content without you getting disturbed by notifications. Okay, again, I'll repeat it again. You allow people to like your content or comment on your posts or something, uh, without you getting disturbed during your work, during your study, during whatever you might do during the video, if you record the video. uh, there's a whole bunch of settings here. Okay, so because honestly, social media, like, I would truly understand that if you would, let's say let's say me and Matthew, let's say we share the phones, right? And we have each other's phone numbers, for example, right? And I would call him every 5 minutes. I would call him and call him and call him and call him. This is different. All right, this is totally different. This is me actually directly contacting him from a first person using the device, and it buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. So he has a right to either put it on silent or simply put it on do not disturb. That way, nobody could call him. Um, but that's a different story. That's completely different story. If he said, "Okay, Stan, don't call me. I'm studying," and I keep on calling him on the phone, there's no way to control it, because you have to receive maybe other calls or other texts. There's no way to control it because if one person keeps on calling the phone, there's no way to control, so that one person can not call without blocking him or blocking them. Or, if you put the whole phone on do not disturb, then the whole phone will be disabled, basically. If you put it on silent, you might not hear the important call. So with the phone, you have a right to ask, like, okay, can you not call me between this and this, because I'll be in class, or I'll be at work, or I'll be sleeping, or whatnot, right? But on social media, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, or Snapchat, or anything else, developers thought of the option of allowing people to manipulate with your content, like your content, leave you a comment, leave you a message, uh, you know, um, and without you getting disturbed. Because not allowing people to leave a comment or to like your video or your post, it's being mean to people. You're not, basically, you're posting a post, you're not allowing people to comment or to like it. That's rude. That's being jerkish. As much as you don't want to be jerkish, but it looks like you're being jerkish if you're saying, don't like my content. Like, there's nothing negative in liking your content. There's nothing negative about it. I would understand if the same person would dislike your content and write mean comments to you. That's one thing. You could ask that person. You can block that person. But if it's a positive way, if somebody likes your every post, if somebody comments on every post, well, it's their choice. You should not be the one telling people what to do in your posts, or I should not be the one telling somebody don't like my post or don't dislike my post or something. Well, it's up to people to decide what they want to do. That's a Facebook. That's a freedom that they have. Your job is to manage it on how you want to get notifications. And I, again, on the Android device, it might be different, but I have an iPhone. So you go to settings, you scroll down all the way till you find the Facebook. You click on Facebook, then you open up this, you click on notification, then you see the whole bunch of settings on every taste. You don't want to get notifications, you uncheck that. You just click on it and you uncheck. Once you set it up, you don't have to set it up each and every day. You don't have to configure this. You set it up only once, and then it goes from that. So you manually then would have to go on your Facebook and see, okay, how somebody liked my comment. What did they write if they write something? If you don't have time to read it, you don't have time to read. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But you're allowing people to like your content. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? So that's something that you, Matthew, have to understand. Okay? You can't ban people from liking your Facebook thing. Now, another thing, another thing, sometimes in the comments, okay, sometimes in the comments, you can get critiqued fairly. You can get critiqued unfairly, true, but you know, you can get critiqued fairly. Like, people can give you friendly suggestions. I repeat, friendly suggestions. Okay? What does it mean? Friendly suggestions would be the ones that make you strive towards a positive. Like, I don't know, don't smoke, you will kill your brain. Or don't drink, you will, you know, whatever. You know, don't, like I told you, try to keep cursing to the minimum. You know, it describes you as a person. It describes you that you're professional. You're, you know, because tell you what, the employers, they watch your content on Facebook. They do. They check your Facebook. They check what your Twitter. If you put your contact thing in there, they do check it. My team, not one, a bunch of my teachers in you know, technology, and especially in the, you know, when we were talking about resumes and how to write resumes and how to contact, how to be professional, how to apply for a job. We had that kind of course, you know, and they told us that those, you know, the employees, they check your Facebook, they check your Twitter, they see how your social life is, because that's really important, especially if you work in customer service, if you work in on a team. You know, they want to know how you are on a team, how you are with people, and if they see curse words, if they see swear words, and if you see, you know, unprofessional, unprofessional expressions of your, you know, whatever you feel you might go through, they might think that you're not professional. It's not my words. You know, our teachers told us that, but that's you know, something that's you know, something that you can manage. It's a, you know, not a big deal. But what I told you, it's not. I didn't ban you from cursing. I said, Matthew, watch your language, meaning like, be positive. In other words, you know, be positive. You seem to be positive on your YouTube channel. You really well review movies, and you help out a lot of people through that, because you help me out. Now I know which movies to watch, which movies not to watch, you know, and you really helped me a lot. I always supported you on YouTube. You know, I always subscribe. I always recommend you to people. I was like, you know, honestly, I'm somebody is asking me about the movies. Guess what I told them? I tell them I would ask a professional. You know, I would ask somebody who actually watches a lot of movies and reviews a lot of movies, and you know, they will let me know if that movie is worth of watching or that movie is not worth of watching. I remember my niece. She was like, Stan, you want to watch a movie? And I was like, what's it called? And she's like, fantastic something, blah blah blah. I don't remember. And I was like, no, I have to ask Matthew about that, because he knows more than I do about movies and all that stuff. So if it's worth of wasting my time and money, then I'll go for it. If it's not, then, you know, it's not. But again, at the same time, it's the same thing. At the same time, you cannot predict who's gonna like this or that movie. It's true, but at least you give a description of the movie, kind of, not giving them up too much, but at least you giving your rating of the movies and knowing your tastes. For example, as being your friend, knowing your taste, and if they if they are alike, like if my taste is the same as your taste, like for example, I don't like that much of fantastic. For example, right? Just for example, I don't like that much of fantastic movies. And let's happen, you don't like that much of fantastic movies. Well, if you review a fantastic movie and if you talk about like, oh, it's not worth watching, blah 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 blah. Well, I could trust you with that because you know you 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 know what I mean. Like our tastes are the same. So in other words, like you're really positive on your Facebook, on your YouTube, and you post posts on your Facebook. Your YouTube, Facebook is the same thing. It's basically the same thing. So if somebody likes your comment or somebody likes your post, it's their it's their choice. You cannot tell people not to like it or hate it or don't comment or something like this. It's up to them, and it's up to you to manage that comment. Okay, you want to, you know, you want to leave it there, or you want to remove it, or you want to reply on it. You want to critique, like if it's a critique, you want to kind of explain what you feel about that, like why you posted that post or why you commented on that post or why you wrote this. Kind of explain your audience of what you actually meant. Um, that's you have to learn to work with social media as well. So um, that's what I was trying to say. That's all I was trying to do. I was not trying to hate on you. I was not trying to to put you down in some way, in certain way. But what you did to me, it's cold. You said yourself, I don't want to be a jerk. Yeah, I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk. Well, if you don't want to be a jerk, don't be one. But if you say you don't want to be a jerk and do something that a jerkish person would do, that contradicts itself. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it because I hate you. I'm telling it to you because you're my friend. All right, I'm telling it to you from my heart, and because sometimes we do things we don't see what we do, but if your friend is there and it can say, hey, you did this wrong, okay, you have to correct it, and this is the way to correct it, or you did this right, good job. Sometimes we accept only positive, but we don't accept negative things, like not negative, but corrections, I should say. So hopefully this video explains it and fixes it for us, and hopefully we can resolve this. Okay, all right, have a nice day. Bye.